So we have this new event here, which is one I've done, I guess, a little bit different to the last event, which we just had recently. So I have got a team here, I think I'm actually going to change this real quick because I think we're doing the new free play unit, or at least a free play unit on the team. But basically with this video, the reason why I say it's a little bit different to the last one is the last one I just recorded it basically all in one hit basically. But this one I decided to do a bit off camera just so I can sort of speed up the video sort of then, because most of these fights, they're not really very hard at all. It's just mainly getting the right units to bring, stuff like that. So another thing as well was a bit different is, I mean, I have split up the fights here. It's not really that big of a deal. I didn't actually get the new Kaioken Goku for this. I decided I'll do this event without the new units. So, I mean, I guess I've got the new Golden Frieza and Android 17, which obviously is a huge help, but you don't necessarily need to bring them to beat this event. But if you have them, it's a huge win anyway. But if not, you can still do it easily. But yeah, I thought doing this without the new Kaioken Goku or Topo was just show you can do it. It does take a little bit longer, but the main unit I used towards the last few fights, I think it was like the last 3 stages, was the yellow transforming Jiren. With him and his new equipment, like, he's just a beast in this. He tanks very well, destroys opponents, like, he's such a huge help. I don't think I put him in until a bit after, because most of these events, well, most of these stages, you have to bring like a supporter type or defense type, stuff like that. But basically, if you use the same units I'm bringing here, it's pretty easy. I think a few of these events or stages did take me, I think, 2 times to do. Not because it was hard, but I failed to do, like, I think it was like certain time accounts, because some of them, okay, this one I actually did without range types. So I use obviously Ultra UI Goku, which I show here at the start. You can use another unit as well if you want for a range type. I just use Ultra UI Goku because the plat equipment he's got, so he helps out in this fight fairly well. But yeah, again, I have sped up because you don't really need to see the fight itself. It's fairly simple. The last few fights, I guess the last 3 stages, I talk a bit more in detail on exactly what to do, because, I mean, you can do it different ways, but the last few fights, since they're harder, it's just easier to see, you know, which units to take out first, because I guess it's a little bit more annoying to beat within certain time accounts and that. So it might be from this stage here that I actually bring the yellow Jiren. Yeah, I think it is this part here, bring the yellow Jiren. Surprisingly, I actually did forget to grind his equipment when it first came out. So I did actually stop recording, quickly go farm it up, and then come back in anyway. But yeah, I think we did bring the yellow Jiren. You can bring other units here as well, but because I was gonna bring the purple Jiren, but I think it was a support type. I think it was, or defense type. Yeah, defense type for this one. But same thing, you don't necessarily have to bring the yellow Jiren if you don't want to. You can bring any other unit from Universe Rep, or I think it's Universe Rep, Universe 11, or Universe 9. I think that's all the battle bonus characters. So there's no really specific boost for the new units. So that's why I said you don't need to have them. It just helps out if you do have them. Like the new Goku, stuff like that. But you'll see in this, well, probably not really see too much because I have sped it up a fair bit. But the Jiren here does an incredible job to just destroy them. I don't really think there was anything else with this stage here. Stage 3, I think stage here is fairly simple. Yeah, I don't think there's anything too difficult here. I mean, you can sort of see Jiren just slowly just tanking absolutely everything he gets thrown at him. And actually, he does struggle a little bit from the harder fights. He does tank effect. Well, he still tanks a lot, but it does get a lot harder for him to tank a lot more. I guess, does that make sense? Like, he does take a fair bit. Okay, this one here I didn't do within certain amount of time accounts. So I think we did the same. Did we use the same team here? I can't remember now. So we would have brought them. Yeah, I think I did. I think I just did this by using Rising Rush, maybe. Because you can do that. You can do most of the missions in one run, and then if you're struggling with the time accounts, you can just Rising Rush. That speeds the whole thing up. I can't remember if we used the Rising Rush on this one, or yeah, we did actually. I just saw it then. So yeah, you can do that way. it's as long as you do the first lot of challenges without using the Rising Rush, then the next lot you attempt it just makes it a whole lot easier to take out. So this is next stage 5, is it already? 4 is the next one. I don't think 4 was too difficult. I think this is the easiest one. Yeah, I think it actually was one of the easiest ones here. Because Golden Freezer and Android 17 demolished Jiren. Do I bring the yellow? Actually, I don't know, I think this one wasn't hard, but I think you have to bring a Transforming Warrior. I think it was. Yeah, I think it was Transforming Warrior. So, if it is Transforming Warrior, which we're about to see in a minute, I think I get to it. Do I do it here? I'm trying to remember myself. I think I do, yeah, Transforming Warrior. So, you can bring Frost, I would say, if you don't have Golden Freezer in that. Maybe the other Golden Freezer, or the Goku and Freezer, you could bring then the LF Goku and Freezer. They could do really well, because obviously they can't rise it, well, the opponent can't Rising Rush you that way. So you could do that, you could bring them as a good fit in. Plus they're a good unit, well actually they're a good unit for this, because yeah, you can switch to Freezer and take on Jiren, and then you can switch back over to Goku to take out Toppo, so that'd actually be a really good like change up if you don't have some of these units here. But you can do it the way I'm doing it here, if you have got the LR, Android 17 and Golden Freezer. As you can see, they just destroyed this event. Probably the Vegeta's a little bit of the weak point here. He doesn't really hit too hard. But he does get the LF, I guess, so it's not that big of a deal. If you're wondering as well how long it took me roughly to do this without cutting it down, I think it took me about 40 to 50 minutes all up. So it's still a little bit grindy. You don't get a lot of CC. I think it's like 500 CC in total, so it's not crazy amount, but any CC is still a good CC amount, right? So this one, yeah, Battle 5, yeah. So this one wasn't too bad, I don't think. No, it wasn't too bad, actually. It was semi-annoying, because obviously you got the UI Gokus there, which are a little bit toxic with the dodge and stuff like that. So it is a little bit annoying, but if you play it right, it's fairly simple to take on. They don't really have a lot of health. And the Jiren, yeah, again, why I said he's so good in this, he just destroys that Legend Goku there, so you don't have to really worry about that either. As long as you have Jiren, he just demolishes them. Well, and the equipment, I should mention that, and the equipment. If you don't have Jiren with the equipment, he probably would do fairly average or fairly mid. But, yeah, as long as you have him, he just destroys. But I think the last stage, he does take a fair bit of damage from a few of the ultimates, so that's obviously expected, but he still tanks it. Do we get all that in one done? One run? Yeah. So the last one, there's 2 clips. So the first clip, I do most of the challenges, and then the second clip, I just need to do the timer counts. Same thing. The second one, I just used, the Rising Rush method at the end. So this one here, if you have Jiren, I think he does a powerful opponent, and the other one was a support, I think. Was the other mission? I can't remember, but... So this one did take me a little while to think of how I'm going to take this on, because it's still easy, but as you can see, the unit set, it's a lot more annoying. So the reason why I get the timer count is because most of them heal up a fair bit. And obviously you can be careful of the Rising Rush. If you use it on Goku and Freezer, they can just block it anyway, so you do got to be careful of that, but it's still not that bad of a fight. It's still fairly simple. Like I said, Jiren, it just demolishes most of this fight, really. You can obviously bring other units if you want, but these units helped out a fair bit. And as you can see at the start, I didn't really have to change the team that much. I just pretty much brought Jiren in. Well, and the free-play Jiren I brought at the start. I think the free-play Jiren is probably the best one for the free players you could bring. So, you can probably stick with that, or you can bring another free play unit. So, yeah, as you can see, we just need the timer count. So, I use pretty much the same team. Just this time, I made sure to use the Rising Rush. Pretty much not as quickly as I could, because obviously, like I said, using Goku and Freeze, I could just nullify it sort of thing anyway. So, using it on the Ultra Instinct Goku is probably the best idea, because obviously He can transform, heal up, stuff like that. So getting rid of him as soon as possible before he transforms makes this fight a whole lot easier. But as you can see, there's all the challenges done, all missions done, fairly simple fight. So I think in total, it's like 500cc you get from this, so like I said, it's not a lot, but it's still, you know, I guess, worth doing for the few CC, and obviously get the car sleeves as well. So yeah, that's pretty good today's video, guys. If you need any more help with team builds and stuff like that, just leave a comment down below. And if you guys like this video and want to see more, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.